Hey everybody! By the way, whomever put that picture of the post of me and Jim Breuer, he looks amazing. I look like I don't know what I look like the wrath of God in that photo. Anyway, welcome back everybody on X and Instagram and Rumble and Facebook and YouTube and whatever. Welcome back. Good to see you all. Thanksgiving's coming up. So tonight. I'm really happy to tell. This guy's a new friend of mine. Moved out to Florida. He was in Florida before I was, and I'm really. Before we get into some other stuff, I want to ask him about him because I think he's pretty cool. So anyway, George, bring on Jim Breuer. There we go. Hang on.
Let me get myself off of here.
That's Jim Breuer.
George, thank you, George. What's up, Scott?
George, hey man, how are you?
I think my favorite part just now is this.
Yeah. People do that all the time. They don't realize. We have another guy that comes on that talks with us. He's the guy that wrote Leprechaun movies. He does that all the time. Like he'll go to read, like we have live feed, and he goes anyway, how you doing, man? You good?
I'm doing really good. I love being down here in Florida. You can't tell, but before I came on here, my daughter and my wife were like, come here, I got a raging co-starring zit that you cannot see on the bridge of my nose. Yeah, you can't see right now. If I were to wipe off right here, it'll start co-starring. It'll look like a sunrise coming up. And it started earlier today. And just as I came out, my wife's going, You're not gonna go on his podcast like that, are you? I said, he don't care. And then my daughter's sitting and she got the makeup. I'm like, don't put too much makeup. So
you know what? If you didn't mention it, I wouldn't have noticed anything other than it looks like you have another human being coming out of your nose, like a twin that nobody knows.
Yeah, you can't really see it, but somewhere I might start peeling it, like that monster might come out.
Isn't it amazing how, like, at inappropriate times that happens?
Oh my God!
I haven't had a pimple in 2 years, and all of a sudden I'm like, well, where did this come from? And I got to go on camera in 5 minutes.
Me too. I haven't had a zit since 1999. I don't know if I ate a peanut M&M or something or what. I don't know what happened.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Hey,
I'm good.
Jim, I some stuff I want to know that I don't know. Where are you from?
I grew up in Long Island.
Where?
Valley Stream, Long Island.
Oh, no way. I got buddies of mine from Valley Stream.
Yeah, Valley Stream was a really blue collar. Cops, firemen, teachers. My dad was sanitation. It was extremely blue collar. A bizarre fact. This is weird. No one really ever mentions it. 3 people from my high school. You have me from Valley Street. What are the odds? I'll say this. What are the odds of 2 past cast members of Saturday Night Live coming from the same high school, not only coming from the same high school, but graduated the same exact year? Me and Freddie Armisen.
Oh my God.
Graduated 1985 Valley Stream Central. Isn't that crazy? And he wasn't funny.
What? He wasn't funny in school?
Bro, I lost your ears again.
No.
Yeah. You went silent.
Can you hear? I'm silent.
No, come on. Don't do that.
I think it's on your end.
Don't do that. Can you still hear me?
I can still hear you.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you this. Freddie Armisen, who back in the day, 1985, he had a mohawk, combat boots, Dead Kennedy jacket. I had a Judas Priest heavy metal jacket. We never looked, and then years later, it's crazy. And Steve Buscemi, same high school.
Love Buscemi.
Steve was a lot older, but I couldn't do it. I can't now, not at all.
Oh my God! You want
I know
you.
I know this is bummer for you right now, dude.
Bummer.
This
Total
is
bummer.
major bummer. We're
Uh,
crushing it, and all of a sudden it's like, oh no.
keep going. Keep going.
Oh
Go.
no.
It's all you. I got
I
so
feel
many.
like you should text the questions.
Oh my God. Okay. Let's see what we can do here. You want to just bounce off again and see if you can come back?
I don't hear nothing. Let me try
Get,
this.
get
Boom.
off. Go
Nothing.
off and
Nothing.
come back.
Nothing.
I'm gonna have to text him. All right. Sorry, folks. This is I don't know
Let me
whose
take
end this
off
is
my,
because I read your get your phone.
oh yeah, so I gotta take off my airplane mode. Hold on. I gotta take off my airplane mode so I get your
You may have
text.
to George, can you hear me?
Ah. Oh, okay. All right. All right. Okay.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you hear me now, Jim? No, he's gone. Anyway, so George, let's go on with the show. Me and you. This is so sad. I want to talk to him. This is horrible. Sorry, you guys. We don't need tech support. There's something happening. I have all kinds. Anyway, so let's do this. So what Jim and I are going to talk about after he comes back, and I've been dying to talk to him about it because he and I talked about it briefly. Is the moon landing? There's been just a million videos about the moon landing and fake, real. There's a video of a guy who says, "Is this him coming back? Can you hear me?"
I get loud and clear.
Oh, good. Wow. Okay. Perfect.
Someone's messing with us, Scott.
No, maybe. But anyway, so you went to Valley Stream, and you both graduated from there. Now, you were funny in school?
I was funny, but I was a quiet funny, meaning I was a good. Honestly, I was a really good kid.
Good student?
No, not a good student. I hated school. Hated school. I couldn't wait to go back and just hang out on my street. I never had to leave my street.
Yeah,
I mean,
me too.
I mean, to this day, my best friends are still from the street. We still talk to one another. I mean, there was a group of 6 of us that grew up together, and there were girls on the street. We all grew up like brothers and sisters. So I'd go to school, and I never got into any of the cliques or anything like that. I kind of, I liked sports, but I liked hard rock. I wasn't a druggy guy. I wasn't smoking pot. I wasn't doing any of that stuff. But I couldn't wait to get home. I loved just being on the street, the neighborhood.
We did that. We must have had 20, 25 kids on our block. And stick ball, slap ball, punch ball. The girls would do what they were doing. And it was the best. It was the absolute best.
Yeah.
We used to, and I'm sure you did this too, Jim. In the summertime, I'd get up in the morning. I would have a devil dog and a glass of milk. My father would give me $2, and I'd be gone all day till lights came on, all day. And I bought a roast beef sandwich for $1 and a yoo-hoo for $0.25.
You.
And a pickle for $0.25, and I had a quarter tip, and that was my lunch.
We had around the corner from us a candy store, and so with like $1, I'd come home with 4 packs of baseball cards and gum, and then if I get the $1, like if I got lunch money, I would never bring it. I would never spend it at school. So I'd save it, and on the weekends we'd walk to the pizza place.
Wow!
And we just thought we were hood rats. Just like walking to the pizza place, 2 slices. I got $3. It was
the best. We would go to the candy store, thinking we were big shots. We would sit at the counter and get an egg cream.
Oh,
yeah! And me and my friends just sit there like we were Sinatra and Dean Martin. And wait a minute. We'd get the cigarettes gum. And cigarette gum. Yeah, the greatest.
I remember being on the street, right? And I was sitting there with And I remember my friend, he was the older kid in the block, Michael Baio, and he opened the window and go, Breuer, that's not how a dude smokes a cigarette, you jackass. You're doing it like a chick. A guy holds it like this, not like this, stupid. Because I didn't know.
You still talk to that guy?
Not Michael, but I talked to Phil,
Okay.
Chris, Tommy. My friend Tommy has a restaurant in Mulberry Street, in Little Italy.
Gone. Isn't Mulberry Street basically gone?
Yeah, it's only one street. It's only like 6 restaurants left. The rest is all Asian food.
So yeah. So all right. So you were quiet, funny. I don't know quite what that means.
Meaning, I wasn't a troublemaker. So I wasn't funny until I really got to know you. So I was quiet in school, but I was in the back of I'm the back of the room class clown. So I'd start working on this row and this seat and this guy. And then when everyone laughed, I'd get them all riled up. And then the teacher would look and like, I don't know.
All right.
I don't know what's going on. But I wasn't a disruptor. I wasn't a smart ass. I wasn't. It didn't happen until high school. High school.
Did you get hit in grammar school? The teachers hit you?
I didn't get hit. Eddie Gonzalez got hit.
Oh, I got hit a lot. I got whacked.
Well, then you were a troublemaker.
No, I was not. I really wasn't. But there were certain things that I did and they once made me the vomit monitor. So if anybody in the school vomited, they sent me in. Yeah, that was me.
I was a vomit festival. I was in grammar school. If you picked your nose, if you farted, if I saw vomit, kids, I was horrifying until I think 5th grade was when I had to really man up. It was Steve Angerthal, and he's like, I heard you puke all the time, Breuer. And he just stood there for like 5 minutes picking a gooey booger, waiting. I'm like, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm not gonna throw up. And I did a couple of these. But it didn't go. But man, I threw up everywhere.
I had a kid. I went to high school for a little bit, and there was a kid. His name was Tommy. I don't want to give his last name. And I talked to him, and he didn't remember it. I told him about it. I said, Tommy, here's what he would do, and this would have made you puke. He'd sit there, and like the class is quiet, and all you would hear is,
oh yeah,
and then this sound. He would blow a booger on your desk. It was this disgusting thing, and he'd do it to everybody. It was gross at the time, but it was retrospectively, man. He was funny. I told him about it. He says, "I did that." I go, "Yeah, you did that. You did it all day long."
Michael Baio would do this. And the minute he'd do that, I'd start. And he'd hit it, and he'd hit like a branch, and it'd be like, ugh.
Oh God! These are good times, right, man?
Come on, yeah. No, I would trade the world back to go back to that.
Right? All right. So you said you got funny in high school, or you didn't get funny. You were what, more out about it?
Well, what really broke it open for me was senior year. My best friend Jimmy Shaka, who I still talk to every once in a while, I bring him on the podcast. He came up to me and he's like, Breuer, Jim, you got to be in skit night. I'm like, I ain't doing no high school acting fairy stuff. He's like, no, everyone's really cool, really cool. I'm not doing no. I got my priest jet. I'm way too cool for that. He's like, no. It's all the classes competing against each other, and because what I would do was you know how the lockers are really loud when you shut them and you smashed them, right? Yeah. So I would run down the hallway and pretend I take my head and smash into it. But all I was doing, it was from watching wrestling. I would kick it, so it'd go, but you couldn't see me kicking it. And I would do the big dramatic ping on. And so I was a prankster, goofy like that. And he rode a scoot. So long story short, every class had to compete against each other. And I also talked like Eddie Murphy nonstop. I was obsessed with Eddie Murphy. And he wrote, we had to do a Bible theme. And he said, come out doing Noah's Ark as Eddie Murphy. And
Hey,
I don't know. Like I was saying your mother and all that. And I came out and I did Eddie Murphy. And Scott, it was like it was like it was like the movies. They went the next day in school. Every dude that I ever wanted to hang out in my life, the quarterback of the high school, the football guys, everyone I was always intimidated by and afraid, they're like, bro, you a pistol. We gotta hang up, bro. I never left. Every chick, Joanne said, everyone was like, oh my God, Jimmy Breuer, you're so funny. Then the next night we did it again and they were chanting. They were chanting from the whole auditorium. So I became like overnight in height, and that was the big bug of like, oh yeah, this is it's game
so
time now.
that gave you the book. Somebody just asked a question on here, and it's a really interesting. I love this question.
Yeah.
So, are you like funny with? I don't even know how to ask it.
Like naturally goofy, funny.
No, like with your kids, with your girls. Are you
God.
like goofy and crazy, or do you mess with them? You know what I mean?
It's a little bit of both. We have everyone's got a great sense of humor. The whole house is full of a big humor. Very slapstick, very funny, very goofing around. But when it comes to, I'm also dad. Like I'll get extremely heavy and extremely deep and to the point, and then turn around. You know, I'll get heavy with my daughters, and I'll say, listen, you know, you're taking on something I'm not really sure you're ready for. You haven't been around, and I'm always here. I love you to death. And like, I love you too. And then I'd say something like, well, now go fuck yourself. You know, and I always end it with a ping, pang, boom, some type of laugh. So it's a big mixture of both.
Yeah. Now, how do you go from Eddie Murphy, Noah's Ark, to going on stage?
So now I'm in. I do remember college. I went to NASA Community College,
Right.
and I took theater there, and I freaking loved. I loved acting. I took all the I just loved acting, but at the same time, I was pretty convinced. Like I was kind of in. I could not believe that I wasn't discovered yet.
Right.
Like I had that mentality. Like, do they not realize I'm crushing it in front of these 12 people at NASA Community College in Uniondale? Like, where are the agents? You're missing it. I'm the star of the Glass Menagerie, people. How do you not see this? How do you, Red Writer? I'm the writer. Where are you guys? Wait until dark. So that was when I really got the bug, and I was doing both. I'd bop to Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, and I would do open mic nights.
How old were you? How old were you the first time you got up?
19, maybe 18. 18.
And 18 years old at an open mic at a club in Long Island?
Yes.
Okay. How many people? How many people in there?
Probably about 30, 35.
Okay, and do you remember what the set was?
Oh yeah. I remember like yesterday. It was me I go, I live in Long Island where, the birds in Long Island are happy and all that. I went to the city. They got an attitude. Guys, is your car parked over here? Because I'm going to squat on it. And then I would do that. And then I did and I thought I was genius. I was like, how are they not discovering me? And then I'll never forget this too. The MC's name was Jeff Zabrowski,
Okay.
and and my next bit was about how women lose their minds when they see a spider, and
Uh-huh.
I imitated a girl seeing a spider and losing their mind. Like, why are you losing your mind for? And I said, because it's ugly. I said, well, it's ugly. We should be killing half the society. We should be killing. And I just thought it was genius. But I do remember Jeff Zabrowski going up and he goes, let's hear it for Jim Breuer, the white Eddie Murphy. And he didn't know I liked Eddie Murphy. So clearly I was sounding like Eddie Murphy still. And
Really?
yeah, I don't know what I was doing or saying, but I
So you,
remember it like yesterday. I was like, whoa,
but
why'd you say that?
you had material written down, or you just went up there and like winged it? Winged it.
No, no, no. I wing it. To
Right.
this day, I wing it. What I
Okay.
mean by wing it, I write it down.
Right.
I write down like for instance, I'm about to go on tour next year and I'm going to work out material. One of the things I worked out and I'm still going to work out is when I walk in a room, and I know this happens to you, I think it happens to our age. We'll walk in a room and then I just have no clue why I'm in the room. Like I know I had a mission before I
Right. Yeah.
walked in here.
Yeah. You do it every day.
So
Yeah.
I'll do the whole thing in my head, but I'll just write forgetting where you are in a room. And then I'll
Right.
go on stage
Okay.
just with that. But I won't
Okay.
I
So
visualize. I
I got you.
visualize.
Um, when did you? This is, by the way, this is. I tried stand up once. I hosted a night at the Improv.
Oh wow.
It was with
Bud Friedman.
Bud Friedman.
Yeah.
It I might be wrong about this. You might know him. Oh God.
Knew him.
No. Oh, what the hell's his name? He did Tommy Boy with Farley.
Oh, Spade.
David Spade, and I think I introduced him. I didn't know
Wow.
who he was, but I had to do like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think they were laughing out of sympathy, and I said I will never do this again. This is the scariest thing
Yeah.
in the entertainment business. Period. And
Yeah.
and so I have just to get up there and like as young as you were,
Yeah.
it's to be you got to be fearless. But
Yeah.
when was the first time that you got like a big laugh?
Oh
You
my
remember
God.
that?
Well, that night,
The night with the bird when you were a pigeon
the
from
very first night I get now, a lot of my friends were there,
okay.
but in my head, they were big laughs. And then my first when I moved back because there was kind of a after that my parents about a year and a half in they moved to Florida, threw me way off, and so I moved to Florida and I hated it. This is like 1988 and I was so angry, and eventually in 89 I started going back to the comedy clubs, and I started I started doing this routine of sneaking in my house in the middle of the night and my dog waking up and being wasted trying to deal with my mother. And I remember people laughing so hard for like, it seemed like eternity. And when I saw the first time I saw people doing this, like, oh my God, oh my, I went, that's what I want.
Yeah,
I don't want like, he's so funny and clever.
yeah,
I'm not clever. I'm a street meatball and this, I'm a street storyteller.
right.
That was, I was hooked. I went, I don't want to be funny. I want to kill. I want you to. That was the first time. It was Clearwater, Florida. Doing me sneaking in the house in the middle of the night. That was, and I saw great people come through there.
So yeah, I'm sure. Like I one night went to the Improv. I saw the same night Dennis Miller and Jay Leno.
Oh my God.
And when Jay gets dirty, he was. I mean, I can't remember who was first. Jay got up and I was rolling on the floor. And I mean, he was reading off cards. He was testing material.
Right.
And then Dennis Miller got up. I almost pissed my pants. I swear to you, I almost peed myself. He was on fire, and they were just hanging out. They were them that back then.
Yes.
But, what was I love your career stuff, and I want to get into this stuff. But what was your audition? Do you remember for Saturday Night Live?
Yeah. It was very interesting because I said, okay,
Was
NBC.
Lorne Michaels there? And
Yes.
okay.
So NBC was huge Brewer fan. So it was really pushed by Warren Littlefield.
From what?
They're the ones that were pushing me to develop a deal. They tried to get me to do a late night deal, but they're the one. NBC.
How did they know you? What did I? There's something in there
From stand up in the years before. Okay. I had a sitcom deal with Dave Chappelle. I had development deals. Did a thing on home improvement, and so I was young.
I did something for Warren Littlefield, by the way. I worked with Warren Littlefield.
But it was Warren Littlefield, and I loved him. And he was like, they wanted me to try out for Saturday Night Live. I'm like, I don't know, man. I saw a couple friends go in there, and they came out, and they were not good human beings after that. And he's like, no. So, and I went in. I finally went in, and it was so awkward. There's no audience. There's just cameras, and you go on the stage, and Lauren was pacing, not looking at me, just pacing back and forth, doing this. And I did that pigeon routine. I did.
How old were you?
I want to say like 27, 26,
right.
27.
All right.
A young 27.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. And when it was over, I was convinced I get. The next day, my friend calls me. I was like, my friend Phil, oh my God, don't get the Post. Don't get the New York Post. So why?
Why?
Bro, just don't. They totally. I said, what's going on? And there's a big picture of Lauren. It says Saturday Night Live looking for new cast members. All those already written off. Comedian Jim Breuer, who had 2 sitcoms go bust on him in a matter of months with a development deal with him. And I'm like,
way.
And I went, who gets no one even knows who I am. Why would you? Wait, no one knows. Why would you do that? Well, then NBC, no, I can't believe Lauren did that. So I don't know. From what I understand now, it was NBC was like, Lauren, we're gonna start picking people. Lauren's like, hey man, it's my show, which I don't blame Lauren for doing.
Right.
But I don't know. I'm in the middle of this. And that was apparently that was his statement of going, oh, you want your star? You can say that he's not going to be. That's all I can think of. So now.
So wait, NBC wants you. Lauren does not.
At that,
that's what you gathered. Okay.
Yes,
right.
because that article in the newspaper, which I still have, was like, wow, holy crow. Like what, why would you write that? Who cares who auditioned? However, they have me back. And I said, I don't want to go back. He
Yeah,
don't
no
like
kidding.
me. He don't like me. They're like, no, you're going back and blah, blah, blah. Like, oh my God. So I go back and now they hold me.
Okay.
They do a holding deal with no money. We want to hold him till the end of summer, I think it
Whatever.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said, okay. Then it was, we want to meet you. And then I met him. You know, I got to wait for like 2 hours out in the hallway. And I see David
So
Spade.
ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Yeah, whatever it is. And then when I walked in there,
Bullshit.
he's eating popcorn, right? He's sitting, he's eating popcorn. He's not even looking at me. He's not even looking at me, right? He's eating a popcorn. And I waited about 30 seconds and I went, wow, you really like popcorn, huh? And he stood up and he walked around me, went to the room and he stared out the window and he said, he was dropping names like Gilda Radner and John Belushi and blah, 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 blah. And I don't even remember what, what we do here and da, da, da. And I said, okay. And then we left. And then my agent calls and goes, can I ask you something? Yeah, he thinks you were high. And I went, he thinks I was high?
This is unbelievable.
I was
This is
waiting out in the
unbelievable.
hall. He had me waiting in the hallway for 2 hours. And I came in, he was eating popcorn. He even looked at what he thought. I'm high. I thought he was high. So I'm pissed. I'm like, now I do look high all the time. I do look wasted all the time. And I didn't realize I had this defect in me until 8th grade when Mr. Totten said, Jim Breuer, if you show up in my classroom in this condition one more time, I'm sending you to the nurse's office. And I go like, in what condition? Don't you play games with me? And everyone would laugh. I have no clue what everyone's laughing at. And then I went to the nurse. And she's like, why are you here? I went, I don't know. He said I'm on a condition. What's the condition? And so then my mom came in. It's like, he's got heavy eyelids. And I can't believe that you said he was high. Bro. And to the point where I don't realize I look high all the time. I don't know. And so
Wait. Did your mom actually say he has heavy eyelids?
Yes. And all the older ladies would say, he's got bedroom eyes. Oh my goodness, your son's got bedroom eyes. I look high. So matter of fact, one comedian, when I first started really doing stand-up, I swear to God, Scott, this was in Clearwater and I started doing it again. The minute I'd walk on stage, everyone would either be really awkwardly quiet or they'd start giggling. And I was like, there's such a weird vibe. And it would take me like 5 minutes. And then one day I came off the stage and I think it was the MC. He's like, come here. He goes, kid, you know why? You need to go on stage and address your look. And I went, what am I? He goes, no, not the way you're dressed. Everyone thinks you're messed up. Everyone thinks you're wasted. Everyone thinks you're high. You look wasted all the time. I went, what? He goes, when you go on stage, mention I'm not high. This is just how I look.
I have heavy eyelids.
And so the next show I went on stage and I just want everyone to know I'm going to look like this the whole show and I'm not wasting. And the place went berserk. And I used that line for like 15 years. And then even corporate gigs. Even after I became a name and I would go get private events, I'd show up and everyone kind of look at me weird. And then I go on stage, it would take a while, and I go, oh shoot, this is not my audience. My audience knows okay, Breuer looks wasted. But the audience that don't know me go, this guy, he's cooked. He's cooked. I don't know how he did his bit. He's cooked.
Oh my God. Sorry.
So he thought I was wasted. And
And
long story
how did you
short,
get the show? Go ahead.
so long story short, couple meetings, come see me in the club couple times. You finally have one last meeting, and I'll never forget. She goes, "We're a very big cast. If there's some people here really want you, and there's some people that don't. So, if you do get on, you probably won't be in a lot of sketches, and you'll grow to resent me." And I'm like, and I said, I would never resent you if you did. Like, why would I? He goes, "Oh, everyone leaves here and resents me." I would never do that. And for the record, would never resent. I thought I get the show, and one of the greatest things that I will always carry with me on that show was not even getting on air. It was making Lorne Michaels howl with laughter
Yeah.
at the
Okay.
table read,
Right.
because he just sits there and he'll go, okay, Jim Breuer, the Joe Pesci show. There's so many different. And the first time I went, hey, this is Joe Pesci. He went,
Wow.
and the whole time doing the sketch, he was howling, and I went,
Good. Well, you
oh
got
my
to.
God, Lorne is
You got to.
laughing. But
So,
I had a good time. I
good.
really enjoyed Lorne.
Somebody just asked, what happens when you get pulled over by a cop?
Oh, let me tell you something. I swear to God.
The eyelids. Like,
No, I swear to God. I used to do this as a bit. So when I would do the New York City clubs, you're sitting there and you're doing a 8 o'clock spot downtown, then
Yeah.
then a 9 o'clock. So then I'd have to go uptown. So I do like 6, 7 spots on a night and a weekend.
right.
So I'm not leaving the city till like 2, 3 in the morning. And I remember going through the toll booth, swear on my kids' lives. The cop would go, whoa, 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 whoa. He'd come up to the window. He'd go, you all right? And I go, yeah. You sure you're all right? I go, yeah. And then he'd go, I swear, I remember one time he'd go, Anthony, come over here. Look at this guy right here. I'm like, what is going on? And he'd kind of look at me and he'd go, yeah, nah, he's all right. He's all right. He's all right. I'm like, oh, I look wasted all the time. They're like, yeah, that's what they all say. That's what they all say. But yeah, we could stop at the toll booth coming out of the Midtown Tunnel. They would stop me all the time, and I go, "Do you want me to get out of the car? I'll do a cartwheel if you want." But the minute they'd hear me talking, they're like, "Oh, okay, this guy's all right." And then another time, I was going in the Holland Tunnel, and the cop stopped me, and he goes, "Pull over here." I went, "Okay," and he kept getting really close to my mouth because you had no liquor tonight. I go, "No." He goes, "You high?" I went, "No, but I look it." And he kind of giggled. He put the spotlight on my eye, and I wasn't high, so.
I have to remember heavy eyelids for the rest of my life. Funniest thing I've heard in the past 2 years. All right, let's go. Great. All right, Jim.
Yeah.
Moon landing, real or fake?
Oh, it's the dumbest, fakest, most ridiculous thing in one of the biggest, silliest cons in human history.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. Why? What made?
First-
wait, hold on. Let's. This one bothers me. This is Neil Armstrong's costume.
His outfit on the set.
Look at the boot on the bottom.
Right.
And that's the boot that they took the picture of on the moon.
Right.
So that's suspect.
First of all, Scott, oh my God. First of all, to take a picture, you had to go in a dark room and sit there for 9 hours to take a picture. And they called the president. There was no air conditioning. There's no power windows. There's no remote controls. You had to get up to change a channel. You had 3 channels. You had to be on the phone and go, hey, how are you? What's going on? And this guy's calling from the moon. Hey, what's up, Mr. President? First of all, who's filming them taking off? You see the spaceship. Who's filming taking off? Nobody.
That's my issue.
Nobody. Who's filming? Where are the stars? Where are the stars?
How did they get the dune buggy up there?
It's a Doomba. It's a golf cart on a set, and they put some
But okay,
stupid looking. Yeah.
all right, hang on. George, show the one of the guy that says it's real.
Oh my God! I can't wait to see this dummy.
show this guy. Can you do it, George? Here we go.
The question was if I could refilm the moon landing. There's some assumption here, isn't there? There's a trap in this. The moon landing was not filmed in a studio. It was filmed on the moon, right? Because it was actually cheaper to do that than it was to fake it at the time. And I've met several people who walked on the moon. I've been very lucky. And quite a few people who flew around it. Yeah, I think it was done right the first time. Filmed on location, and I don't think we need to redo it.
What? Who's take? First of all, he's high. Who's listening to anything?
Okay.
The moon landing. He's trying not to laugh while he tells that story.
So, okay, first of all, Clifford says Heavy Eyelids is a great brand name. It's a good bourbon name. If you want to start your own bourbon,
I like
it's
that.
A good name. Okay, here's my question. I don't know. It's an amazing con if it was fake. And so from 1969, I'm being devil's advocate. 1969 to now, nobody has said anything.
No, just like wars and everything else. They don't, it always comes out 30, 40, 50 years later. The machine that works is such a small machine. They're not out in public. They can't say, CIA can't talk to people. I know people.
What do you mean it's a small machine? What do you mean it's a small machine?
The governments, it's a very small machine. It's a very small community, small machine.
Yeah, but you have to have, and again, I'm being devil's advocate because I don't know. You got to have camera guys, you got to have sound guys, you got to have set guys, you got to bring in rocks, you got to bring in dust, you got to build the thing that's the size of my car, and then you have to get build the moon roller, the moon mobile, and it seems like a lot of people are involved.
There ain't that many people. You call in a big producer. You get a green screen. You bring in a golf cart. He does his cinematic. He does his cinema, and boom, it's a story. No one questions it. You own all the media, so you put out whatever you want to put out. People, what people don't understand. Okay, the power of putting out nobody questions anything until recently when the internet came. Go ahead. You want to say something?
Do you think people's lives were threatened?
I think it's like a mafia deal. You keep your mouth shut. Listen to me. You keep your mouth shut. You say one thing and you disappear. You understand what I'm saying? You get the right books. You get to do it, and we'll tell you what to say. We'll tell you what to do. You don't do it. You don't. Okay. You go out of line, and you're done.
Yeah, I okay. The thing that really sort of sticks in me, and listen, will we ever know? I don't think we'll ever know. Is what who you asked it earlier? Who was filming it?
Who's filming it?
And how did they film the landing and the takeoff?
Exactly.
And I thought, wait, did they have a rocket go there before them that unloaded all this stuff? Did they do that?
Yeah, where they have a preset, where they have a pre-production. Hey, listen, you guys are going to the moon first. Just set up the lighting. Make sure you bring the props, the flags.
It seems so crazy to me. It just seems so crazy that they would go to. Okay, why? Because of Russia?
I could be Russia. Could be a huge distraction. Were we fighting in Nam by that time? You had drugs based in our society. You were pushing wars. They were trying to, in my opinion, genocide an entire population. It was like, all right, well, if you can't go to school, you have no choice. We're sending you to go fight somewhere because you're communism. And okay, roll out the LSD. Whew! You had a lot of things going on at that
Okay.
time
So
that
then,
are absolute
right.
madness.
okay, George, show that other video. I think it's about 30 seconds. Watch this video, Jim.
Okay.
Prove that the moon landings are fake with the logic, not having to look at any video clip or any picture. Today, with 5 decades better rockets and computers, the farthest that NASA can send an astronaut into space is only 1,000th the distance to the moon. So what they're really claiming, Danny, is that back in 1969, when all of NASA's computers combined had 1/1,000,000th the computing power of a cell phone, they sent astronauts ahead of schedule on the first attempt 1,000 times farther than they can do today with 50 years better technology.
That guy's pretty convincing, right?
100%. And not only that, the two biggest things that control humanity are power and fear. All right. And information. If you remember, don't you remember listening to your grandparents and they'd go, when we were growing up, we'd all gather around this little box. And this little box, it was a radio. And the whole family and the whole neighborhood would come in the house and we'd listen to the box. That power to bring you off a street, bring your family, and at first it was entertainment, but then people forget. What was it? Oh my God. Whatever his name was, he had that radio show, and they faked an alien invasion. Orson Welles, and people were jumping to kill themselves. That's a lot of power to control a narrative. So when you control a narrative, you can control so many things. Now think of this, tax dollars. Hey everyone, while you're out there at taxes, we're helping the climate, and we're exploring space, and it's all just funded nonsense, in my opinion. It's all scams. They're the greatest scam. Governments are in my opinion, the greatest scams in history.
Yeah. Okay. So we don't. I don't know. You convinced it's not. Kennedy assassination.
Something fascinating about it.
Go.
That I learned. I believe many of us are under the impression that when you watch the shooting, the famous, the famous, I think most people are under the impression that's happened on live television and happened that year. Do you know when that footage actually came out?
I don't.
Years later.
Okay.
That's a lot of time to come up with a narrative. That's a lot of time to.
How many years later? How many years? Do you know the year?
I don't know the fact. Does your guy have
10,
a little thing?
20, 10, 15, 10?
I heard, maybe I'm going to look stupid, I heard almost close to 10.
Okay. I don't know, but go ahead.
I don't know either. So if you're asking me, was it fake or real? Or
no, I'm asking you. So years ago, I went to somebody invited me to a seminar.
Yeah.
At Hollywood High.
Okay.
By the way, a little Hollywood trivia. Do you know what the mascot for the Hollywood High School is?
No clue.
Chic. The Hollywood Chic. And they might have changed it, but they were the Hollywood Chics, and the reason is that school was founded the same year that my famous Italian actor, silent actor. Oh my God, Rudolph Valentino did the movie called The Chic. Okay, anyway, so I go to this thing, And guys on the chat, tell us if you think it's real or not real, the moon landing, or Kennedy, either one of those. So I went to this seminar, and it was an admiral from the Navy
Yep.
who was talking about aliens, and he's seen them when he was on the ocean on an aircraft carrier. He's seen them. He saw them clear as day, daytime, nighttime, the whole bit. He saw everything, and he said the reason Kennedy was assassinated is because he was going to give up information on aliens. And then he says, okay, so now I'm going to show you the Zapruder film. Okay, so he shows it, and there must have been, I don't know, 800, 1,000, 500, how many? A lot. It was packed. And he says, okay, I'm going to show it to you, and watch Kennedy. Horrible. And then he says, okay, I'm going to show it to you again. Shows it to us again. He says, now I'm going to show it to you again. And he says, now I want you to watch the driver.
Right.
And I'm like, the driver?
Yeah.
And he slows it down, and you see the driver go like this.
Right.
Now,
right.
And he said the driver had an electric gun filled with shellfish toxins, so that if the wound didn't kill him, the poison would.
Hmm.
And we're all sitting there going, what? What the hell are you talking about? And he kept showing it. And now I think to myself, was this guy giving me the power of suggestion? Was he doing that, making me look at the driver? But and I just saw recently that it's magnified, and the driver does turn around. Now,
turns around.
Yep.
Right. So I go back and forth with this. Well, I don't buy one bit Lee Holly. Oswald.
You don't think Lee Harvey Oswald at all?
No, no. Okay. I think I'm putting all my chips into no. I'll put my house on it. I'll put my family. 100% no. Okay. It's just it's the greatest. Oh no, he got killed. Now we can't speak to him. Oh well, it's such a dumb story, in my opinion. Up until recently too, I even started buying the fact of was it faked? And was it this whole? I started buying into a lot of theories and a lot of stuff that some people will say so far out there. But what I thought was interesting too is no one ever listens to his speech. Everyone always remembers, ask not what your country could do for you. But if you listen to that whole speech, he clearly says, we are infiltrated by secret societies. Secret societies are in America. And
no way. Go ahead.
These secret societies, and he also mentions like war, and we don't need to go to war, and blah, 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 and we have the power to do this. But he gets very specific about the many secret societies that want to take this country down from within.
Yeah, okay. Back then.
And that is what nobody really listens to. That's powerful stuff to put out in the world. And he even, so if you want to, so people will say, oh, that's a conspiracy. Oh, really? So then I guess JFK was a conspiracy because he clearly said, secret societies are running this country, and I'm going to splinter them.
Okay.
I'm going to splinter them.
Yeah. I knew Vincent Bugliosi. Vincent Bugliosi, Helter Skelter, and he did all kinds of that's one of the books he wrote. Now I knew him fairly well, and he wrote all kinds of books on JFK, and I would see him once a week up at somebody's house. We'd go watch a movie, and I would always lean in his ear. I go, the mafia did it, Vince. You son of a bitch. get so
And-
mad at me. No, it was Lee Harvey Oswald. Damn it! I'd say, okay, I'm just kidding. But he was convinced it was Lee Harvey Oswald. Convinced.
No,
So
I don't buy. There's no way I will ever buy
Right.
the story
okay.
of Lee
But,
Harvey
but
Oswald.
you know what I hate about all this, and is and God rest his soul, Charlie Kirk. As soon as he was murdered,
Yeah,
there was 8,000 conspiracies. His microphone blew up, and the guy behind him, and that guy over there, and
Yep.
why was this guy fainting before the?
yes.
I mean, it's.
Well, there's
it bothers me.
well, Scott, we're in the age where, again, if we go to the moon landing, all the way up until past when we grew up, you only had information from specific outlets.
Right.
Period. Now you think about that control. That's a lot of control of information. You don't ask, you know, even all the way up to 9/11. I won't get into that. But if you dare question, guys with boxer, they'd come at you. How do you think the troops feel? How dare you ask about what really? Well, the towers. How are you suggesting? Like they came. However, when the internet exploded and now everyone's able to look back on footage, listen to people's speeches, and now when something happens, you have angles from every area.
Oh, I
So
know.
the powerful narrative, it's gone. You can't sell a narrative without people going, and I watched the Charlies. I watched it. The first video I saw was extremely disturbing. But I must admit, I do watch everything now
I watched that
emotionless.
live too. Yeah,
I
yeah,
watch it emotionless. I watch
Yeah.
it like this. I'm not emotionally attached to the situation. I'm not emotionally attached to being a Republican or liberal. And I just watch it and I study it. And there is some wacky things with that. There was
Yeah. There's wacky things with everything.
with everything. So the narrative is like you, it drives us nuts. However, the younger people, and now we get to go, I'm not really buying your story. I'm not really buying, it's just an hour later, the president is saying, yeah, he's not around. And then, you're the head of Israel going, yeah, we didn't do it. Why would you even say that? Why would you even make it? There's all these weird, bizarre things where you're like,
Yeah, it's weird.
the narrative is gone.
Yep. All right. Look, I got this. This has been fantastic, but I got 6 questions I want to ask you.
Go ahead.
Ready?
Yeah.
And then I'll let you go back with your in-laws and you'll make yourself an egg cream or something. All right. Favorite movie?
Oh, wow. Okay. There's a couple here. I'm gonna put funny.
Favorite
One
funny
of my
movie?
all-time favorites it's gotta be Goodfellas.
Okay, so Goodfellas favorite movie.
Goodfellas and Raging Bull. Goodfellas was first
great.
it was Raging Bull and then Goodfellas, and I go back and forth.
Okay.
Now I know this is bad too, but I'll put
What
your
was?
fans are gonna get mad at me, but they're gonna go, there's something wrong with this guy, and you're gonna think I'm something wrong with me. The newer versions of Planet of the Apes, War of Planet of the Apes. Whew. Loved that movie.
I like the one where Caesar speaks for the first time.
Oh,
I thought that was actually really good.
War of Planet of the Apes is
Okay, I haven't seen that.
unbelievable. And
All
then
right.
funny wise, I gotta say
Yep.
this. It's a mad world.
Wow. 1960?
Oh God, I loved that movie.
Oh my God. I never would have picked that. I never thought you'd have picked that.
I
actually, I think that's Jim. No, wait, who's
Yeah,
last movie?
yeah.
Jimmy Durani's last movie?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Favorite TV show? All time.
Ooh, wow, that's a tough one. Oh man, you know what? It's a tie. You're in one of them.
Go ahead. I'm in one of them. Whoa.
Top three for me is Happy Days,
Wow.
Sanford and Son.
Great.
It was so
Great.
funny, and All in the Family.
Well, yeah. Okay. Yeah. All right. Favorite food?
Oh God, chicken parmesan.
Okay.
Italian. There's no touching Italian food. I grew up with all Italians.
Yeah, I know. I mean, my mother cooked it. All right.
Yeah.
Favorite car that you owned?
Oh, oh. That I owned. I'm not a car guy, but the favorite car I owned was a '89 Ford Probe because it was the first
Know it. I know the car.
car that I bought with making my own real money, doing light stand up gigs
All right.
and working at a resort in Tarpon Springs, Florida, and it was one of the first cards that was digital. It had oh
Okay.
my God,
All right.
there was no digital. I was like, oh my
Okay.
God, digital.
All right. Favorite band? I think you gave it away.
Metallica.
Metallica.
Metallica. Oh
Okay.
God.
All right. And last
Metallica.
one is what was your favorite job? What were your favorite acting or stand up or whatever job?
I gotta say, uh, a job. I gotta say,
Not a job. Any job.
any job.
Any job.
I'll give two.
Go.
Two. One was being a waiter in a really nice resort. I had the best time of my life in that place. It was called Innisbrook. I had to wear a tuxedo. I was the youngest guy. I had a ball working there. It was just as I was doing my stand-up days. Loved that place. And one of my favorite gigs I ever had in my lifetime was touring and opening for a Metallica tour back in like
Well,
2019.
wait a minute. Wait, you opened for Metallica?
Yeah, I did 36 cities for them.
Jim, what? I mean, that seems like two
It was
completely different worlds for this audience.
it is, but that was I love being about rockers.
How
There's
many
not a lot
people? 25,000? 30,000?
some of them were 20,000. It was an arena tour. So
Oh
it
my
was
God.
yeah, it was one of the best gigs I ever had in my lifetime. It was awesome. And it was like it wasn't straight stand up. So I'd come out, tell some stories, I'd get the audience involved. And plus I was a big Metallica fan, so I grew up with them. So I knew the audience and I knew how to speak their language
Way.
and I was able to bring the place together before and my attitude was like, look, I don't want to be here either. We're all just waiting for them to come out. So we're stuck here for the next hour. So let's have fun in this hour until they come out here. And I would go in the crowd. I would go backstage. I would bring people on stage. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It must have been intimidating. Well, listen, is your mom alive?
No, both my parents passed almost 10
mine
years
too.
ago, 10, 11 years ago.
But thank you for coming on, man.
I had a
Thank you
ball.
so much.
Yeah,
I
man.
love you. And Heavy Eyelids, one of the funniest things I've heard in a long time. And Jim, thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Thanks for having me. I wish you the best. Your daughter
Thank
crushing
you.
it, tennis and everything she's got to do there.
Golf.
Oh, golf.
Okay. It's okay.
My bad.
Individual sport. It's an individual sport. No problem. My brother, thank you.
Later, Gator.